people are saying, oh, well, Tom's just going to pay it back. Well, no, the huge thing in the PPP law is forgiveness. So if he can say this went to rent, this went to interest, this went to so it's a huge hit. They're calling it a loan,
kiss
but it's
his
a
ass
huge
all you want because
handout.
he's Tom Brady. I understand guys like Mike and the rest of the Boston. I totally get it. I understand he's a great quarterback. People listening right now who are fucking making whatever $50,000 a year, you're paying for Tom Brady's stupid snake oil bullshit. You know, the one thing is with Brady is even some of the hardcore Minifans who will go with me on anything, they do get mad when I criticize Brady still. Some of them really do. And with Steve's
Super Bowls.
I know.
He won Super Bowls.
How many did he win, Steve? 6. He won 6. Go. That's right. That's right. How many did he lose, Steve?
2.
3.
Oh, damn. I blacked out the undefeated season ender with the Giants.
I don't want to talk about that. Don't even say David. I mean, I know you like David Tyree for some reason.
A lot of the same beliefs.
Yeah. It just seems how he's gone.
Quit this.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
It was.
So Brady's and Steve tweeted this out last night. Tom Brady's lifestyle brand, phrase that is, collected at least $350K in PPP money. Received between $350,000 and $1 million from the Payback Protection Program, according to federal data published Monday. It was not disclosed how many jobs would be saved thanks to the money, which was dispersed through Cambridge Savings Bank. So here's my issues with it. And people immediately said, well, this is what it's about. This is about small business, da-da-da. Fucking bullshit. Tom Brady can pay $350,000. Or Giselle, they can pay $500,000 and pay for these people. This is when you are thinking of small business, I am thinking of, the diner over there where they literally, the people cannot live without these loans. Their lives will be over. The company will be shut down. That's A. B is I guarantee you Guerrero's hands are all over this.
Absolutely
over this.
Right out of the gate, first thing, the entire program was a huge fucking scam. We just shoveled $2 trillion into the pockets of people who should not be having it. The requirements were loose, and this should be hung around the necks of every single member of Congress who voted for it and President Trump for signing it and the execution of it. There's not enough transparency. They should be required to report how many jobs were retained under this so we know that the loan matched the economic benefit, but he shouldn't have even got it in the first place.
Dude, do you have Guerrero's number? I have it. I gave it to you
I think so.
Call him because I want to get the answer.
Brady seems different to me than these billionaires that are getting the loans because Brady it is a small business. Like TB12 is a small business. It's not exactly the same as John Henry.
Did it close down though?
Dick out of your mouth.
Did he have to stop sending out those?
It seems excessive.
God, I mean, I know they beat the Rams, and Jesus.
No, Brady can afford, but that's not really. I don't know if TB12 should qualify because I assume most of their sales are online shit anyways.
Exactly.
I don't imagine a lot of people are going to those stores, but.
To an automatic voice message.
But there's also like the gyms, though, right? Like the facilities.
So, the hundreds of thousands of gym memberships that they're
it's like a fucking therapeutic place supposedly, right?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
That's what it's intended.
I'm just playing along.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah, but we're talking about 1 month loss in wages for his employees. So
more than 1 month, right?
No, he only got 1 month's worth of loan.
Okay.
So maybe they structured that out over 2 months or whatever. But the other thing here is people are saying, oh, well, Tom's just going to pay it back. Well, no, the huge thing in the PPP law is forgiveness. So if he can say this went to rent, this went to interest, this went to so it's a huge hit. They're calling it a loan,
kiss
but
his
it's a
ass
huge
all you want
handout.
because he's Tom Brady. I understand guys like Mike and the rest of the Boston. I totally get it. I understand he's a great quarterback, wonderful. But this is not what this was supposed to be. This is not what this PP thing was. It just wasn't. It's not
but that's the fault more of government. The fact that look at the fact that the Lakers and fucking Harvard could get these loans.
Well, great. We criticize them.
It's absolutely true.
So that's
I'm saying
it's also like
10, 20 times the size of TB12.
There's a reason the New England Patriots didn't take it.
But those are also much bigger corporations. They have much bigger overhead.
Right.
What is the overhead of TB? I don't know the answer, and I can't believe they're not going to tell you. Like they're never going to tell you where the money went.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're not going to tell you how many employees.
That's our money. Like,
and the Trump administration wasn't even going to disclose these loans until
it's ridiculous.
People
call them out.
We emailed them like in probably the beginning of May saying you need to give us this information, and they were like, well, we don't really know how we're going to do that yet.
Yeah, it's insane.
And your pal John Henry got his hand out.
Oh, with the
Roush Racing, yes. Yeah, I missed it yesterday searching for Fenway Sports Management or whatever.
Unbelievable,
their group is.
Fucking billionaires.
Their racing company. Yeah, two billionaires with their hands out are going to get loan forgiveness,
which we're going to pay. You're going to fucking pay the people listening right now who are fucking making whatever $50,000 a year. You're paying for Tom Brady's stupid snake oil bullshit that's going to get exposed anyway.
I mean, not even you. Their kids.
Yeah, right.
And their grandkids are going to be paying this.
And John Henry. I mean,
didn't John Henry in a way get it twice because the Paw Sox and Roush?
Yeah, that's sort of like it's hard to. It does connect with Pawtucket, but it's weird. Like
it's a separate corporate entity,
right?
Yeah.
I thought Henry was part owner of them.
He was. Remember, the definition's weird, but he is.
Okay.
I mean, he definitely is.
Yeah.
Yes, the answer is yes. But Brady is such a. People get frustrated talking about Brady. He's such a fraud. He's such a fraud.
When people look back at this period, it'll probably be underrated. But all the legislation that was passed is fucking heinous. The wealth transfer to wealthy connected people. Like if you go through that database and you search for capital or ventures and see how many Wall Street types like hedge funds and shit just went immediately and applied for those loans and then got them because they had political connections. Like Madeleine Albright got one. The Pod Save America bros got one.
Well,
Everybody's getting fucking handouts.
And I say the same thing right now. What's going on with the language police and all this stuff? When people make decisions when things are at their hottest, or it's never good. It is never good. They didn't take their time with this, and I understand time was a factor.
Yeah,
but they didn't think at all. And this is what happens. You give Tom Brady, who's married to Giselle, they probably have
they're close to billionaire status.
I would say very close.
Yeah.
Say $800 million. And Brady's getting $400,000 to pay employees for this. By the way, to sell this bullshit to people. I mean, it's crazy.
That's why you make it more like if you say it should just be the diner down the street or some bar or whatever. Then that's who it should be for. It shouldn't be that every business is eligible. That's fucking crazy.
Well, of course. I mean, they should have written the legislation differently, but the power structures in place were leaning on them, saying no, you should make this eligible to everybody.
And no one will ask Brady about this ever.
No.
It will never happen. It's just going to float away.
I assume Brady doesn't know a lot about it. Does he think he handles that? Like that's his business manager. Or
whoever. I want to do.
That's no defense, though.
I want to order some of his products from the TB12 online store and send them to an independent researcher and find out if it's just like sawdust and vegetable oil.
I mean, Scientology got it.
Yeah,
Kanye West, I think, got
Floyd
it. Right?
Mayweather got some.
Floyd Mayweather. It's just it's unbelievable.
I do have to add this one caveat. If we were Kirk Minihane Enterprises running a subscription service,
no,
I would have applied.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have.
I would have said no.
You would see Kirk Minihane Enterprises $5 to $10 million.
No.
If you want the live shows to be good, you have to understand what we're dealing with.
That's not mean. It's just total phonies. And Guerrero, I guarantee you, his mitts are all over this thing.